Hello again. I have a bedtime story for you. It consists of 190 steps. It's the story of the mustard yellow Jeep Wrangler for 2021. It's a $50 set, and no one has written a biography about this one. I guess the Jeep has to tell its story through pictures. It is 665 pieces. Very easy to follow instructions. Nothing really stood out this time on this one at all. It's just very well made. It has some features that the other $50 Technic sets do not have. As you can see, the hood opens, and it has a little engine bay, and there is a sticker that's supposed to go over there, but as soon as I do this review, I'm taking this thing apart and I'm building an epic trophy truck out of it. So I did not put my stickers on yet. It has mud guards front and rear, a folding seat in the rear, so you can put your children in the back. If you do put your children in the back, though, be aware there's not a roof, so you might want to not leave anything secured back there if you're going to a mall parking lot or anything. It does have hand of God steering. Some people have relocated the hand of God steering to the tire right here, so you turn it like this and it'll steer the wheels for you. It has opening doors, and the steering wheel does not move with the hand of God steering, but that's kind of normal on these $50 sets, that the steering wheel doesn't move. One thing that was a little odd, the suspension does work. Like, you can tell it articulates front to rear. But the strange thing is only the rear is suspended. As you can see, it bounces back on its own. But there are only 2 shocks on it. Here, let me get my finger in there. Here and here. The front does not have any shocks, so it's loosey-goosey. She's a wobbler. It uses these, I don't know what Technic's part this is called, but there's like a gear here with a hole in the middle, and the drive shaft, looks like a drive shaft, goes through that little hole, and that's what steers the wheels at the steering rack. And at the rear, that little gear is the pivot point for the suspension, and you do have the yellow pieces in here are like bump stops. I thought about taking those out to see if you could get more travel out of it. And it has a roof rack, so you can put anything you want on the roof. Maybe like gas cans or spare tire. So that way if you drive it to Japan, you can squeeze in a tighter parking spots if you put the roof wheel on the roof. Some people are complaining about the winch, but I think it's pretty cool. You got a little hook right here at the front, and you turn this little gear and the hook comes out. Some people were saying that it was not done the way it should, but there's a little gear right here that raises and lowers the winch. I think you might be able to motorize it, but I'm not positive on that. But I mean, that's kind of a lot of features for a $50 set. I mean, you got a winch, opening doors, opening hood, printed pieces right here for the grill. Some people said the lights look bug-eyed, but at least you get lights, and then you got little lenses here for those. And in the rear, you have pretty realistic, here, let me take that off. You have pretty realistic Jeep tail lights. And I fold the seat down too. And a roll cage. Half a roll cage, I guess. And the tires are chevrons. You can use these on the new Monster Jam pullbacks. That's what a lot of people are doing. But I think these are the most realistic tires for the Jeep. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you was there are no differentials in this. No front differentials, no rear differentials. Each wheel spins all by itself. So it's neither two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, it's zero-wheel drive because there's no engine. I bet you could probably put a pushrod piston engine in there, maybe like an inline 6 or something like that. So one thing I wanted to show you is that you can change the tires from having a bunch of holes in them. You can take the tires off and flip them around and turn them into spoked tires. And I'll show you how to do that right now. Just pull the tire off, put the little spacer in there. That was in the front, behind it, and then flip your wheel to the other side. Spacer, that was in the front, to the other side. And now you have wheels with spokes. So that way you don't have to tell everyone you got the base model Jeep. And yeah, the chevron the tread is backwards now because these should go over here if you're flipping them around because they're directional tires. I almost forgot to show you. Here's the sticker sheet. And here's the spare parts. One other thing that I found interesting was the use of the steering rack with the pins at the front. I don't know why they have pins at the front of the steering rack. It seemed like it would, I don't know, I guess it wouldn't get in the way of the off-road, but it looks kind of weird. And the use of colors. I wish that all these pegs right here were a different color other than red, black, and blue. It just really kind of stands out as strange looking. Yeah, I don't know what other mods you could really do to this thing, but I'm looking forward to building it into a trophy truck. So, I guess that's it for my review. It's getting late, it's Sunday, I don't sleep much, so it's very cold. I'm going to wish I had a real Jeep to drive to work tomorrow. It snowed a lot. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry it's so simple, but they did this Jeep very well. I guess I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good night, I guess. See you next time. Bye. Sometimes it's all about the looks, if it's going to go on a shelf or something.